Hi everyone, and welcome to 67. I'm Keith. This is my sawhorse that I've had for many years. It used to be part of a pair. Unfortunately, his brothers broke. So, let's make a sawhorse that I can rely on and depend on and improve upon this. And even better, let's make it for free from pallet wood that I've claimed. This is my design with unique tube hinges that I don't think I've seen anywhere else before. I think I need to get patenting for it. So let's get into the workshop and build this. But first I need to disassemble the old bandsaw base. If you haven't seen my video where I replaced the bandsaw base, check that out. The reason I'm breaking this down is I want the wood to use as cross members for the sawhorse. It's not a blatant plug for my other videos, although it does help. The wood bearers are from the pallet I broke down. I'm not going to show you breaking the pallet down. I've used it in many of my other videos. Go check those out. End of plugs. These are the last two pieces needed to make the sawhorse. The laminated that you can see on the top there is pallet wood. Underneath is a piece of plywood I have. The plywood will form the strengthener for the top and stop the legs from splaying too far out when it's in operation. Stick around until the end of the video. I've got some facts and figures to show you regarding the channel. I need a flat straight edge on the board that the hinges are going to mount to. So we're going to have to reconfigure the saw by changing the belts. As you can see, I've not cleaned it out for a while, so just bear with me.
For those who are not familiar with this machine, it's a 3-in-1, so the 3 belts drive the circular saw, the planer thicknesser and the spindle moulder. Depending on the configuration that you put to the motor is what you power on the top. I'm just using the board here just to set the table height so that I take the minimum pass off the material. I don't think I got the fence set up correctly on the planer, which meant that the board edge was missed, so we'll resort to good old-fashioned hand tools. Here I've found some 1-inch scrap tubing that I'm going to cut to length. I'm going to use this to make the hinge. I don't think I've seen this anywhere else used, so I think this is unique. Because you're witnessing me design on the fly, I'm trying to work out where the hinges will go and what clearances are needed for the legs. This is an old piece of hardwood which actually came from the old back door. What I'm doing now is configuring the record power machine back to being a circular saw. First hardwood hinge block cut, only 7 more to go. Just setting up the drill press to make repeatable drilled holes in all the blocks. Just confirming that it is 1-inch or 25mm tube for the drill size. Just checking the depth of the hole before setting the depth stop on the drill press. I'm fractionally out on the height. It doesn't make any difference to the design, but it upsets my OCD, so I'm just going to square them off again. Okay, so we're back on design on the fly. So I'm trying to work out the clearance now needed for the leg to be able to hinge. Back to the drill press now to set up for the 4 legs. And there we are, all 4 legs drilled. So now what we're going on to is test fitting the hinges. And now for my admission, I'd not left enough gap at the top of the hinge to allow the leg to swing freely. So I'm going to have to pack this out with some plywood. I'm now marking the top plate and pre-drilling the holes to fix the hinges into place. Hopefully here you can see the principle. 2 blocks screwed to the top plate and then a piece of tube between that the leg swings upon. And now to cut the plywood shims. Drilled the hole in the wrong place. Nothing a little bit of filler won't hide. Onto the second leg. I had to clamp this because the hole must have been slightly off centre just to pull it into line. And then just trimming off the excess plywood. Seizing the holes with a rasp on the legs. Here are the pieces of wood that we reclaimed from the old bandsaw base. I'm just remachining the half lap to reflect the distance between the legs, and I'm going to utilise these to strengthen the legs. A little bit of clean up with a chisel. First view of the Sawhorse. Taking it from design concept to reality. I'm just marking out now for the cross bracing. And now for the last pair of legs. I've just laid it over so that I can get them in line so that they look aesthetically pleasing. Do you remember those 2 pieces of plywood I've cut? Well, now I'm attaching them to the side of the hinges to make a stop for the leg to stop up against so that they can't collapse under any weight. Now let's just get rid of these rough edges. Just going to apply a little bit of grease to the hinge to make it swing a little bit freely. And here it is finished in the garden. So it can support my weight. I'm about 90 kilos, so a little under, what, 190 pounds. Stores away really easily. A lot of you are watching my content, which is fantastic. Thank you so much. But equally, over 40% are not subscribed. Could you do me a really big favour? Could you subscribe for me? It will help me out tremendously. So if you could subscribe for me, guys, thank you. That would be so appreciative. It would make this editing process worthwhile if I know that everybody's getting the content as soon as I've made it. Thank you so much.